Hello and welcome to the Women in Tech video series from the New Hampshire Tech Alliance. My name is Shannon Herman and I'm a Senior Recruiting Manager for Alexander Technology Group, and I'm also honored to serve on the Board of Directors here at the Tech Alliance. One area of focus that we consistently strive for here at the Tech Alliance is to highlight and spotlight women in technology who are doing amazing things and bringing innovation to this state. Today I'm joined by Carla Vanderhoof, founder at Propensity. Propensity, excellent. Carla, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I am co-founder of Propensity, as you mentioned, and we're an account-based marketing or ABM platform for small B2B growth teams. And what that means is we help identify accounts that are in market, build lists that are targeted for your particular, what we call ICP, so like who is the account that you should be selling into, and build those lists, target the contacts, run the campaigns, and ultimately put all of that engagement data back into your CRM. So we help the full growth funnel from end to end.
Fantastic. And what's your role there?
My role is Chief Design Officer. I also sit heavily in the product side as well.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming today. As you know, we ask a few questions.
Yes.
The first one we have here is, what inspires you to actively promote inclusivity and diversity in the technology sector, particularly for women, and maybe how has that impacted your leadership style?
Sure. Diversity is so important, not just in technology, but I believe in life. I was very fortunate to grow up in a diverse family. I still have a lot of diversity in my family. So I believe that having diverse backgrounds leads to diverse perspectives, which ultimately diverse perspectives lead to diverse problem solving and solution solving. So I think having, a strong makeup, different backgrounds, and I'm dyslexic, so I always joke, my co-founder and I, we think things completely different and tackle things from different directions, but that ultimately brings us to the best solutions.
Absolutely. A better product, the more people that are able to look at it from the different angles that they bring, right?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, you kind of touched upon a little bit of like working together, but what are maybe some key lessons you've learned throughout your career that if you could flash back and like go tell your former self or your younger self, what would you say?
There are so many lessons that I have learned in this journey. I think a main one that I still have to tell myself, because it's easy to forget lessons sometimes, is that whatever you're building, or whether it's a career or a company, it's a marathon and it's not a sprint. So I think so many times we push and push and push, especially as driven individuals, that we forget to pace ourselves appropriately at times, and just kind of reminding ourselves, setting smaller goals and not burning out is really important.
Absolutely. Now, as far as, defining success means different things to different people, right? Mm-hmm. How do you define success as a technology leader?
There are a lot of ways I think you can define success. I'll pull it back into the goal aspect, because I think if you can set your goals appropriately, both for yourself and your team and your company, and you can hit those goals, mm-hmm. then that shows success. I think no matter how big or small, because ultimately as you set those smaller milestones, you're able to accomplish bigger things.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you can kind of look back and get those small wins that all lead to the bigger win, right?
Yeah, because we by nature want the big win, right? Or right. It's like, okay, we have to go do this big thing. But ultimately, it's about breaking that big thing into smaller parts. And then it's so much more manageable and accomplished that by your teams and individual contributors, and you march your way up the mountain.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing a little bit about you and your company.
You're welcome. Always wonderful.